Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Danon. I'm currently reading over 600 manga and light novels, and my two favorite genres are fantasy and romance. As I'm sure you all know, YouTube doesn't exactly pay the big bucks, unless you've got millions of followers and your videos all get hundreds of thousands if not millions of views. So, to help me pay some bills, I have a Patreon. There are several tiers, and one of them lets you pick a video topic. Waflles has been a patron for many years and has sponsored videos across a variety of genres. Thanks to him, I've read several series that I wouldn't have otherwise. And every year, Waflles has a tradition, where he asks that I rank his videos over the course of the year. So today will be Waflles' top 10 list, ranked in my personal order of enjoyment. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I didn't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about manga. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or commander. Here's the problem. This year, Waflles requested 2 commander decks, so the rest of the list will only be a top 8. I'd say that of the two, I liked the Isaac and Miria deck I built for him more than the Dinosaur Birds deck I built. I am proud of both, and I hope Waflles has fun with both, but those are both commander decks, and this is an anime channel. Anyway, let me be clear. I enjoyed Kaiju Girls. I thought it was a cute series with a fun concept, but it was not my cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with this series, basically a mashup of Godzilla and Magical Girls, and drawn in a very cute art style. If this sounds like a fun ride for you, check it out. And You Thought There's Never a Girl Online feels dated and disjointed. There are some fun comedy scenes, but the series just isn't good. Easily forgettable in the landscape of anime centered around playing video games. My webgame wife as a popular idol IRL is a lot cuter, but if you're wanting a better romance where the main character is a gamer, you should check out Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. Much better series. The Invincible Punkatsu is an adorable ecchi isekai series about a girl who becomes indestructible and strong enough to tear the earth asunder, but only when she's embarrassed. She's only one of our 3 main characters, though. Our main boy is capable of dodging anything because he spent the last decade avoided getting rent asunder by his overly strong childhood friend. The third girl is capable of healing any wound with her breasts. Just rest your head on her maidenly pillows and all of a sudden, your life will be whole and complete. Yes, this series is absurd, but if you like absurd humor, this is right up your alley. Kotaro-san was an interesting one. Waflles asked me to only watch the first episode, which I did, but I did enjoy it. The series is about a girl who can read minds becoming friends with a boy who has no thoughts. Well, he does have thoughts, but they're pink. If you don't know what pink thoughts are, go watch more anime. I did enjoy the episode I watched, but I haven't had time to watch the rest of the anime. I Tell C was a fun manga that Shonen Jump canceled before it could really get going. It's about a detective who falls in love with murderers. Yes, she's crazy. But she's also very good at solving crimes and getting criminals to confess. This is one of those series that I think would have been great had it not been chewed up and spat out by Shonen Jump. If it had have gotten to chapter 50 or so, I think it would have been something amazing. Beyond the Boundary is a great anime based on an award-winning series of novels. It was animated by one of the greatest anime studios of all time. That being said, with us getting 30 to 40 new anime every season, it's no wonder that most people have forgotten about it. Basically, there are monsters in the world. Some people have magic powers and hunt those monsters. Monsters become gems and can be traded in for money. But our main girl is from a cursed clan whose powers hurt her as much as the monsters they're fighting against. Top tier animation, good amount of mystery, interesting world building, and fun characters make Beyond the Boundary well worth your time. Ginka and Gluna is another one of those series canceled too soon by Shonen Jump. A delightful magical series about a girl helping a wizard get his body back, it feels very similar to Inuyasha. Ginka's body is so infused with magic that pieces of himself corrupt or enhance monsters, people, or objects they come into contact with. Imagine the Shikon jewel from Inuyasha, but instead of a small pink ball, it's a huge snowman. As I stated in my video about the series, Ginka and Gluna commit to the unforgivable sin of timing. It had the gall to be a pretty good fantasy series at the time that 3 of the greatest fantasies we've had in decades were all airing. Delicious in Dungeon, Frieren, and Witch Hat Atelier all blow this series out of the water. That being said, it is cute and worth the hour or so it'll take you to read through the whole series. Let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with this series, it just isn't a 10 out of 10 fantasy. This is one of those series that, to me, would have been better as a seinen. Yes, this is another series that was canceled too early by Shonen Jump. As Hunters Guild Red Hood wraps up, we see that the series is about the meta relationship between readers and characters in the story, and how the characters cannot exist without the attention and interest of the reader. Without suffering, conflict, and tragedy, the story is no longer interesting. In fact, without conflict, there's no story. No, that's not hyperbole, that is a fact. The single most important thing in the story is the conflict, which is why the characters in Hunters Guild Red Hood can never know peace. Because with peace comes the absolute end of everything. The peace of the grave. The peace of non-existence. A blank, unread story. Because without readers, stories cannot exist. The sun will not rise. Rather, a burning ball of gas will appear over the horizon. 10 points if you get that reference. I'm always glad to make videos at the request of my patrons, but if the $50 tier is too much for you, we also have a $10 tier that gives you access to our monthly manga club. We read volume 1s of new stories. If you hurry, you can join us for next month's discussion on Killing Me, Killing You, one of the most gorgeous stories I've ever read. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits at gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waflles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Robert, Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Oscar, Justin, Goldenwalker, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, Luke, Brian, Richard, and Jeff. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.